Simon for the first time, let me introduce you.
Thank you.
Simon is a very lovely person with a gifted voice and a musical talent he uses to create lovely spaces for others to share. And we're very, very glad he is inviting us to be in this sacred place with him today. Please join me in welcoming Simon here.
Thank you. I'm getting to play in the Abbey again. Thank you, everybody. This is a concert, but I have to open it as if it's a sacred space. Purify my heart. May every word, every thought, every motive, every intention be pleasing in your sight, O God. Your voice refreshes my soul, brings joy to my heart and light to my eyes. Your words more precious than gold, sweeter than honey, bringing me life. Imagine if every preacher sang that before they preached. It's the same words. Purify my heart, may every word, every thought, every motive, every intention be pleasing in your sight, O God. That's by Jess Ray, Psalm 19. When I went to seminary in New York, we thought we were the best class ever. We were so creative, we were the youngest class they ever had. But then we ended up with a big schism. We had a giant kind of food fight when we got ordained. And basically it all came down to hymns. None of us liked hymns. They were just not reflecting what we had been learning. And unfortunately my teachers were like, but the new songs haven't been written yet. And I thought that was probably true. The new spiritual that is emerging, the songs are not yet in the hymnals. It will take quite a long time. But if you go and hang out with people on demos and speak to people, you find these songs. And I've been collecting a lot of them, and this is one of my favorites. It's short, so pay attention. It's Japanese Bowl by Peter Mayer. I'm like one of those Japanese bowls that were made long ago. I have some cracks in me. They have been filled with gold. That's what they used back then when they had a bowl to mend. It did not hide the cracks, but it made them shine instead. So now every old scar shows from every time I broke, and anyone's eyes can see I'm not what I used to be. But in the collector's mind, all of these jagged lines make me more beautiful, worth a much higher price. I'm like one of those Japanese bowls. I was made long ago. I have some cracks you can see. See how they shine of gold. Japanese Bowl by Peter Mayer. Hey, I'm really good at forgetting things while I'm on Iona because I kind of only live a little bit in regular time. And there was a request for this song, so I'll sing it now before I forget. This is by a band from Cincinnati. They're called Over the Rhine. And they're both, I think they're both children of ministers, is that right? And they have some very interesting things to say in their songs. So when I trained as an interfaith minister, I wanted to train for the LGBT community. I wanted to be a priest for people that did not have priests. And sometimes I decide I'm going to do a tour. Me and my transgender musician friend decided to do a tour of sacred music. The two red-bearded transgender men. And it wasn't very popular. But we actually did 2 tours. We loved it so much, but almost nobody came. But there was one gig in Portland where lots of people came, and there was these really very tall trans women who heard this song and just melted into tears, and then afterwards they scooped me up. And then I've also played that for many people, this song for many people who are hurting. And it has a bit of healing in it. And you can sing along. Here's your bit. I was born to laugh. I learned to laugh through my tears. And I was born to love. I'm gonna learn to love without fear. Don't worry if you sing different words, just sing. I was born to laugh. I learned to laugh through my tears. And I was born to love. I'm gonna learn to love without fear. So pour me a glass of wine. We'll talk late into the night. Who knows what we'll find? Issue, deja vu. The Holy Ghost haunting you. Whatever you got, I don't mind. 'Cause I was born to laugh. I learned to laugh through my tears. And I was born to love. I'm gonna learn to love without fear. I'll put my elbows on the table, then I'll listen long as I am able. There's nowhere I'd rather be. Secret fears, the supernatural. And thank God for this new laughter. Thank God the joke's on me. 'Cause I was born to laugh. I learned to laugh through my tears. And I was born to love. I'm gonna learn to love without fear. 'Cause I was born to laugh. I learned to laugh through my tears. And I was born to love. I'm gonna learn to love without fear. Songwriter. Oh Spirit, guide me now. Oh Spirit, guide me now. Oh Spirit, guide me now. In your way, guide me. Oh Spirit, guide me now. Oh Spirit, guide me now. Oh Spirit, guide me now. In your way, guide me. Oh Spirit, guide me now. Oh Spirit, guide me now. Oh Spirit, guide me now. In your way, guide me. Oh Spirit, guide me now. Oh Spirit, guide me now. Oh Spirit, guide me now. In your way, guide me. Last time. Oh Spirit, guide me now. Oh Spirit, guide me now. Oh Spirit, guide me now. In your way, guide me. So one of the things I've been doing is, ever since I got to know that purple hymnary, is searching for more and creating more settings of the Psalms. When I left living here in 2008, for a year afterwards, I said the morning service every day. And then it felt like time to stop. But the songs kept coming in the shower. And the ones that nurtured me the most were the Psalms. I have a real love for the Psalms. And here's a modern setting of Psalm 8 by Christine Robinson that I set into Gregorian plain chant. Many named one beyond imagining. When I contemplate the night sky, the cosmos which all unfolded from a speck, galaxies, stars, this beautiful earth. Who are we humans that you attend to us? Mere mortals in our tiny corner, and you love us. We are life come to knowing and feeling. The whole world is in our hands. Plants and animals, oceans, ice caps, rainforest, atmosphere and ecosystem. Touch our hearts, O God, make us worthy of this trust. Help us care for life on this beautiful earth. Amen. There's a retreat centre in Perthshire called The Bield. Some of you been there? I've never been there. Oh, Sarah, it's your second home, isn't it? Well, The Bield they have my CD. It was probably you left it there, Sarah. And there was this woman who's now my friend called Christine Valters Paintner, who went there to read a retreat, and everybody said, oh, you need to know about this Scottish guy called Simon de Boyle. And then she heard it there. And then the next thing she did was she came to Iona, and she was in the Iona community shop, and there's Simon de Boyle. And she's one of those people that, where's Lynn?
I'm here.
She's one of those people that took her camera out and took a picture of it but didn't buy anything. Maybe she bought some other stuff, but she didn't buy my music because she doesn't listen to CDs. And that night, she bought my music. And I got an email from Dancing Monk at abbeyofthearts.com. And I was like, who on earth is that? Well, not very many people were buying my music back then. I think I was probably still building boats. So I looked her up and I found this amazing creative online community that are so vibrant. They explore the Celtic monks and earth cherishing and the rule of St. Benedict, and they do expressive arts. And I loved them, so I emailed her straight away and I said, thank you for buying my music, please use it. You don't need to pay or credit me, just use it. I'd love it if you used it. And she said, thank you very much. She started using it. And then she started thinking, I wish Simon would write a song about this. So then she would email me and say, Simon, will you accept a commission from me? And what do you say when an abbess asks you that? You say, okay. And this is the first thing she asked me to do was set one of her poems to music, and it went quite well, so then she kept asking. And she has a lot of faith in me, a lot more faith in me than I have in myself. And sometimes she asks me things. So this was the first very challenging thing. She said, Simon, I want you to set St. Francis's Canticle of the Sun into song. And I said, hasn't Donovan already done that? She said, no, that version won't work for us. I was like, damn. I love St. Francis. This is not my normal guitar. My normal guitar's over in Vermont where we live. I even have an actual icon of St. Francis on my guitar. And she said, well, who else could we ask but you? And I was like, oh no, she's right. So it took me a year, and this is it. So I love St. Francis, but he was around like 800 years ago maybe. And he wrote this song, Canticle of the Sun, shortly before he died. It's a beautiful piece, and I love it, but his theology and mine are not quite the same. So I had to, if it was going to be my song, I had to find that slippery path where I was taking his words and making them my own, and I hope he would approve, even though I changed the meaning to a much more modern meaning. Most high, all-powerful, precious God, no spoken word can hold your name. Praise be to you who births all life with all your creatures. Especially you, sir, brother, son, who is the day and is your light, a beauty so true to you. There you are, there you are. Praise be to you, my Lord, you are Sister Moon and the stars. Bright, precious heaven, there you are, there you are. Praise be to you, my Lord, you are Brother Wind and the air, breath of spirit, there you are, there you are. Praise be to you, my Lord, you are Sister Water, gift of life, pure, essential, there you are, there you are. Praise be to you, my Lord, you are Brother Fire, friend through the night, strong and playful, there you are, there you are. Most high, all-powerful, precious God, through Mother Earth we see your face. You who govern all of life, sustain and nurture all that is. With Sister Death, first and last breath, the key unlocking all we are. There we are. There we are. There we are. And because Christine commissioned it, I'm going to borrow her word. Did any words shimmer for you? If so, call them out. What did you hear in the song that was shimmered?
There you are.
There you are. Mm-hmm. Thank you. For me, it was the Sister Death line, because I'm thinking about the Queen and all the other people that might be transitioning right now, but seeing that as a blessing. There we are. That was the one that... whenever you sing it, it comes alive in you, and you're watching it as if you're not singing it and playing. It's very odd. It's very odd. I'm like, where on earth did that song come from? I'm not, like, I received it. Thank you, St. Francis. I hope you like it. So Christine also asked me to do this, which was just as hard. So you know the story of there's a young woman who's doing her thing, and this angel Gabriel comes and says, "Hey, Hail Mary, you're amazing," and she is asked to do this task, and she thinks about it. Choice, integral to humanness. She thinks about it and says yes. And that's the star in some ways, the real star of the Christian story in some ways. And she comes up with this prophecy, and basically it shows that the Christ is alive in her. She just like downloads this statement comes through her, which is like Christianity in miniature. I have high respect for the Magnificat, as it's called, which means magnify. And Christine, email arrives, "Simon, will you set the Magnificat into song?" I'm like, how does anybody do that? And I said, I think I said yes, because this is a holy yes. I can't say no to a holy yes. But I didn't know what I was going to do, so I started praying like crazy. And I was listening to these nuns chanting Psalm 4. And I decided to learn to play their Gregorian chant, because they had a guitar in the background. And I just started playing it. And the whole song, my setting of Magnificat, came through. My soul shall praise and magnify you, Lord. Yes, I have come. Yes, I will come. I hear your voice is calling out my name into my life. You shall be born. All generations praise to hold with me the sacred heart, my beating heart. And my soul is placed into this fire of love. Yes, it becomes God's will be done. proud cannot hear beyond their words, their thoughts enclosed, so stale and old. And the rich cannot receive what they don't own, this emptiness, the spaciousness. All generations praise to hold with me the sacred heart, my beating heart. My soul is placed into this fire of love. Yes, it becomes God's will be done. Please sing along if you'd like to. Spread out the feast, let those in hunger come. Your face be shown, your love made known. The humble hear your voice, with you they sing. Magnificat, Magnificat. All generations praise to hold with me the sacred heart, my beating heart. My soul is placed into this fire of love. Yes, it becomes God's will be done. Reach out to touch the world that is to come. Magnificat, 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 Magnificat. So I wrote it, and then it was just before some celebration of Mary in the Catholic Church, and they asked me to play it because they knew that I'd written it. But I didn't really know how to play it yet. And we're on a Zoom and there's hundreds of people there, and I'm playing this song, and I feel like somewhere between a volcano and feathers are in my legs on the Zoom. Playing this song, and this tiny little voice of mine comes out, and the power going through. So I think it's a good prayer, that one. I don't know what it is as a song, but it's definitely a good prayer. So that's new. That's one of the new ones. Checking time, because I really could be here forever. Oh, this is a new one that I don't really know how to play yet, so why not play it now? This is by Spell Songs, called The Lost Word Blessing. I might not get it right now. Enter the wild with care, my love, and speak the things you see. Let new names take and root and thrive and grow. And even as you travel far from heather, crag and river, may you, like the little fisher, set the stream alight with glitter. May you enter now as otter, without falter, into water. It's better if you'll sing. Look to the sky with care, my love, and speak the things you see. Let new names take and root and thrive and grow. And even as you journey on, past dying stars exploding, like the gilded one in flight, leave your little gifts of light And in the dead of night, my darling, find the gleaming eye of starling. Like the little aviator, sing your heart to all dark matter. Walk through the world with care, my love, and sing the things you see. Let new names take and root and thrive and grow. And even as you stumble through Macher sands eroding, let the fern unfurl your grieving, let the heron still your breathing, let the silky swim you deeper, oh my little silver seeker. Even as the hour grows bleaker, be the singer and the speaker, and in city and in forest, let the lark become your chorus. And when every hope is gone, let the raven call you home. It's a good one. The Lost Words Blessing by Spell Songs. I should sing some of mine. Most of you know this, so I'm not going to introduce it and everybody else can catch up. Though oceans roar, you are the Lord of all, the one who calms the seas and makes my heart be still. The earth gives way, the mountains move into the sea, the nations rage, and God holds it all. God holds it all. Be still and know that I am God. I know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still and. Be still. Be still. Be. Be still and know that I am love. Be still and know that I am love. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still and. Be still. Be still. Be. Be still and know that I am peace. Be still and know that I am peace. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still Be still and know.
Be still and know.
Be still and
Be still and
be still.
be still.
Be. So we're staying at Bishop's house, 21 of us, a lot of them are in here. And there's some other people from the village street, and there's some people that live on the island. And there's some friends of mine that just dropped on the island today. And some of you have never met me in your life before. And whoever you are, I'm just so excited to be here singing with you. But I really want to say thank you to the Iona community shop, right? The only reason I have any money in the UK is because of the Iona community shop. There's only one place you can buy, one shop in the whole world that you can buy my music, and it's here. And I didn't know that people still bought CDs, but they do. You're constantly ordering my CDs, and my dad has to send them to you. And I'm just so grateful. And if you like my music, Canticle is the newest one, and that and all the others are up the hill. And I just want to say thank you to Lynn and Sarah and all the volunteers. That's when I said you can sing along, because I was like, there's people that play this on repeat. And I know that you do that because friends of mine come to the island and they're like, guess what? I went into the shop and you're playing your music. About 20 people have emailed me to tell me that. So I know that it's played a lot. They usually take a photo of them now playing as well. It's a lovely thing that happens about 3 times a year. I tried to record this on the last album and I couldn't track down Sean Davey. I managed to track down Andy Moss, that's the second half. But you know when you take people's music and you change it a little bit? Now, Sean Davey wrote a choral piece to The Deer's Cry, and a choral piece with one guitar and one voice always sounds terrible. So you have to really change it like I did with Deep Peace. So I should get onto it because sometimes the people die and then you can't ask them. But I didn't find them on the internet, so I wasn't able to put this on the last album, but I'll keep looking and it might end up on the next one. Do we have enough time to tell the story? No, we don't. St. Patrick basically saw a whole load of druids coming to kill him. It's about the year 400. He's celebrating Easter. He lit a fire on the right day for him, but the wrong day for the king. And he broke a prophecy that was like, if anybody lights the king's fire before the king on Beltane, that fire will never go out. And he lit an Easter fire on Beltane. And the king saw him, was like, put that fire out and kill that man. So here's St. Patrick doing his Easter prayers. And all these people are coming towards him and he starts praying like crazy. And this is the prayer that's attributed to that. Now some people say a herd of deer came between him and the druids, and knowing how superstitious Scots are, where I come from, if a seagull lands on your boat and you're a fisherman, you turn around and you go back in the harbour. So I think a herd of deer came between them and they weren't allowed to cross. But other people say that he turned into a deer and ran off. Either way, it's a good story. I arise today through the strength of heaven, light of sun, radiance of the moon, splendor of fire, speed of lightning, swiftness of wind, depth of the sea, stability of earth, and firmness of rock. I rise today through God's strength to pilot me, God's eye to look before me, God's wisdom to guide me, God's way to lie before me, God's shield to protect me from all who shall wish me ill, afar and anear, alone and in a multitude, against every cruel, merciless power that may oppose my body and soul. Christ with me, Christ before me, Christ behind me, Christ in me, Christ beneath me, Christ above me, Christ on my right, Christ on my left, Christ when I lie down, Christ when I arise, Christ when I take rest, Christ to shield me, and Christ in the heart of everyone who thinks of me, Christ in the mouth of everyone who speaks of me. Got time for one more. So this is Deep Peace, which is by Bill Douglas, and he set it into a choral setting. He took the Deep Peace Blessing, which is on so many postcards here. It's on so many people's hearts. It's one of those beautiful prayers that you can memorize and it will companion you when you need it. And he set it into choral and he took out the Christ lyric. I think he's more new agey. And I learnt to play this choral piece and turned it into a folk song. And I put the Christ lyric back in and I wrote to him to ask if I could record it. Now the reason I did that was because I remember it was 2006 and it was Community Week, the very first time I sang it. And afterwards people came up to me and they grabbed me and they were like, you must record that song. And every time I played it, more people would do this. But it wasn't a groupie type situation. It wasn't about me at all in any way. It was that these were people that had come to Iona with tremendous sorrow. Tremendous. You know, that stuff that happens all the time that should never happen to anybody. And in this place was a little bottled essence in the song. So I recorded it, and it's the reason that it was basically all these people really asking, please record that so I can listen to it when I go home. And it's on my first album. And that's what kind of birthed all this prayer, song, ministry that I'm so grateful that I get to do. So just imagine it's Community Week in 2006 and I'm sitting on the back step up there and I only kind of, whenever I write a song, I only kind of know how to play it. So I mostly played it right. And please, if you want to sing and you don't know the words, just, that's okay, you don't have to get them right. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining stars to you. Deep peace of the Son of Peace to you. And moon and stars pour their healing light on you. La 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 la. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep Deep peace of the shining stars to you. Deep peace of the Son of Peace to you. And moon and stars pour their healing light on you. La 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 la. Deep peace of the running wave to you. Deep peace of the flowing air to you. Deep peace of the quiet earth to you. Deep peace of the shining stars to you. Deep peace of the Son of Peace to you. And moon and stars pour their healing light on you. La 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 la. Thank you. Go in peace.